Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. So last week we came in on the Datsun and ripped the engine and the transmission out. So here it is on our hoist, ready to go. So we got it off the car, we pushed the car back a little bit and yanked it out. So what we're gonna start by doing today, we're gonna come around the backside and start taking out the transmission bolts, so we can get the transmission off, the flywheel, and everything off the back of this engine so we can get it on the engine stand and try and see why our engine seized. I'm thinking it was just time and matter, but whatever. We're going to try and get this thing out. So let's go ahead and start getting those transmission bolts out. All right, so as you can see, the engine is out of the Datsun. It is on the engine stand. The transmission is disconnected. So now what we need to do is start draining some fluids. You're going to see if maybe this oil filter that has been probably on here since the 90s will come off. So let's give this, oh, wow, whoever put this on was not rude about it. They didn't hammer it down and they definitely kept it wet. But man, that thing is ancient. I wonder if it has a year on it. Made in the US, but I don't see a year on it. But ugh. Nothing in there, is just rusty. But yeah, I don't see a year on it. But let's go ahead and pop this drain plug and get the rest of the fluid out of this engine, which is definitely going to be rough. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Fine. Now, I know a lot fell out the front, so if not all of it. That's crazy size of a plug, though. All right. It was green. That's a coolant. time to take off the old pan. Bunch of tens. This is what worries me, because once I take this off, you can see what kind of carnage there is. If there isn't, this engine could just be seized from sitting for years and years and years and years. Hopefully that's just the case. Well, depends on what you want me to do with this build, because obviously the people here who want me to do a LS swap, they want to see carnage and unbuildable engines. But I kind of want to keep this thing stock. It was an all original car, so that's kind of what I want to stay with that. But let's go ahead and zap the rest of these out. All right. Don't worry. Okay. All right. A little bit of slutty stuff in the bottom. So maybe it was just bad oil changes. I don't know. I don't see anything that makes me stand out and worry, so let's show you guys. You guys see anything that I should worry about right out the gate? I don't. So let's do me a favor and let's go ahead and drop let's pull off that oil pan or the oil pump and pull my lipstick out, because I don't need that getting in the way. Looks like it might be another 10. All right, nope, not a 10. BRB. Oil pump is 2 bolts. Let's go ahead. We're gonna knock out and let's see what's going on with one of the caps. All right, let's take a look at our first bearing. All right, so a little bit of stuff on it, but nothing that I'd be too concerned about. This has an oil ring hole in it. I think somebody put it in backwards. I'm not sure. So now, let's grab the something and try and knock the piston out. Now this is where it's going to get a little tricky, because the piston, I think, is seized. Oh. Okay, that piston does not want to move. Let's try one of the other ones that didn't look as bad on. All right, let's try. All right, that one looks okay. So you get the piston out. right here. The piston doesn't want to come out. All right, that is the cap for that one. Not too terrible. That didn't work. Let's take out the rod caps, which is not 3/4, surprisingly. See, 11/16. 11/16. Those aren't bad. The first one's not. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we're moving a little bit. That's good. All right. Now, since this one's straight up and down, let's see if this one will go. Well, we got a piston. Yeah, these are shot. Oh, yeah. The wrist pins are almost seized. All right, let's see this middle one. See it back. And we have 2 pistons. Oh man. This could be why we were seized too, is that the wrist pins froze. This means maybe. So now the crank can come out, which it does nice and easy. Now, to be really honest, the crank is savable, in my opinion. Pistons, however, are not. So as you can see, we got the engine out of the car onto the stand and started to tear it down. Unfortunately, we have 2 cylinders that are C-solid in there. So what I need to do is get a concoction and put it in the cylinder and let it sit. So that's what we're going to try and do next week, during the week, to see if we can get it open by next Saturday. So what we're going to do next week as well is start working on a little bit of rust repair around the car, at least what I think I want to do. Get the front end started, just situated, maybe start dropping some suspension on the car and start working on getting rid of some of the rust on the front end so I can start putting the front back together and then work my way back to where the rear is. Now, I do have rust on the frame rails. So on the driver's side frame rail, there is rot on the underside under the cab, as well as I'm missing a little bit of floor pan. So we're going to start ripping out the interior back. Now I'm missing a rocker panel on the passenger side, And on the front of the driver's side fender as well, or the frame rail, there is some rust as well, and rust through. So we're going to have to plate in some new metal. That's okay. We welded before. We rebuilt that C10, that one right there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check that out. That truck was a piece when I bought it, and now it runs and drives, and it looks pretty good. So that's going to be a wrap for this week's video, though. We'll see you guys next Saturday. We continue working on the Datsun. So we'll see you then.